Hi, my name is Sheetal Budhraja, and I'm a BI solutions architect on the CFO's team at DXC. I'm the chief architect and functional leader for DXC's integrated business data model. Let me give you some context first. DXC Technology was formed through a merger between CSC and HP's enterprise services business back in 2017. When the company was formed, we had several challenges with data and reporting. Mostly due to the past history of the two companies merging, we had one of the most complex IT and tools environments around. It lacked conformity, standards, and governance. Because of the disparate tools used by the two companies prior to the merger, our executives didn't have visibility on to the financial and operational performance of the new company. It required massive manual analytics to produce data and reports that they needed to run the business. And some of the simplest requests would take a 24-hour turnaround time. Even after the wait, what was available were static reports that were backward looking and had data that was of poor quality and was stale. Needless to say, we couldn't keep up with the changing requirements that the executives required as they adapted to the changing market trends. One day, our CFO called us into a room. He wanted us to prototype a set of world-class dashboards that would sit on top of our financial data, that would get refreshed almost real time, cover key aspects like the P&L, sales, labor, and yet work at the speed of thought. And he needed it fast, like at the end of that quarter. It was a big ask. Now, as a global IT services company, we did have several resources that we could tap into. So we had experts from DXC's analytics practice, the internal IT team, the functional IT and business teams from finance, sales, HR. We all got together and reviewed the requirements from the CFO. We shortlisted the best tools, architecture, and topology based on our collective experience and research in the fields of executive analytics, data warehousing, and information management. In the end, the consensus was to use Microsoft's Power BI solution as the company-wide reporting platform for all of our varied reporting requirements. There were several factors that led us into choosing Power BI. The ease of use was the first one. Most of us didn't have any prior experience with Power BI, but we were surprised and impressed at how easy it was to develop and design Power BI reports. Our end users also found using Power BI reports very easy to use. And the fact that the executives found it easy to consume was a key factor in our decision. The second one was the agility of the platform. Our executives were constantly coming to us with new requirements for reporting. They still do. And we found that using Power BI gave us the most flexibility. Using Power BI, we could provide a customized platform that tracked business objectives by individual business groups. We could be as granular as the business needed us to be. Now, since the ask was to address a wide variety of audience, having tight security around the data was quintessential in our decision making. We were able to bake row-level security into our data model. So no matter how and where the model was being accessed from, the user would see exactly and only what they were authorized to see. So security was a third and a very important factor in our decision making. Fourth was the scalability. Our users were always asking us for better performance and refresh speeds. With Power BI, we didn't have to worry about resource crunches as we could easily scale up our premium nodes based on the performance needed. It would just take a button to add any extra capacity to the node, and it was seamless to the end users. The next big factor was portability. Most of our leaders carry a small handheld device, so it was a big bonus that they could look at picture-perfect reports on their tablets and cell phones while they were walking between conference rooms or during their travel. Number 6, innovation. We knew that Microsoft would be constantly evolving the solution and adding functionality. We wanted to adopt a platform that we knew would meet the future needs as well and stay in line with the industry and market trends. Last, not least, our Microsoft account team. They've been with us on this journey from the very beginning, and they have helped us address all sorts of issues and blockages. I strongly recommend that everyone leverage the assistance that your Microsoft account team provides. Today, Power BI is the reporting platform that most of our leadership uses to track the KPIs that they need to monitor the business. There are tens of Power BI dashboards that connect to our DXC's integrated business data model. It's a one-stop reporting shop, a single data source that is the brains behind all of the reporting. We have executive dashboards that are used in business reviews, quarterly, monthly, AGM reviews, and whatnot. And we have dashboards for individual domains like sales, finance, HR, and delivery that address the specific needs of the executives in those domains. It doesn't matter what view of the business executives want, that an executive wants, we can provide that view. Best of all, everyone is looking at the same data source, regardless of the business parameter that's being reviewed. And since we have row-level security applied onto the BDM itself, we always have the peace of mind as far as authorized access to our data is concerned. The data is refreshed multiple times a day through automated processes, and we have enough history stored for trend analysis and retrospectives and so forth. We have a high-performance team that follows agile development. Every quarter, we have 2 to 3 releases of the BDM, and the deployments are almost seamless to the end users. Absolutely no downtime. We have big plans going forward. We are currently testing the AI and machine learning features that are available within Power BI. We hope to use that for predictive analytics and for forecasting capabilities. In addition to helping the business, we also think that it's going to enable our end users to do data analysis and exploration, like a self-serve analytics model, if you will. We are also exploring how we can combine the other capabilities in a Microsoft Power Platform suite with that of Power BI to provide an even richer experience for our end users around reporting, forecasting, and analytics. We started out with a vision to have an outcome-driven, action-oriented dashboards that are grounded in user stories from a range of employee personas. We have achieved that and so much more. The journey so far has been challenging, but very rewarding and fulfilling one at that. And I'm sure we have exciting times ahead. It was my pleasure to share our story with you all. Thank you so much for listening in and have a great day ahead.